Bros. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are a couple of bros on a mission to give you guys the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros. Sam's already in the comments, ready to rock and roll.
Fast. I love it.
I know. Dude, it's been a hot minute since we've
It's true.
been like consistently posting, or at least not posting. Posting we've been pretty consistent about. The streaming.
Damn, he really struggled with that word.
Dude,
Oh, wow. This is going to be a long episode.
I know. I have not been eating my veggies, so big words just kind of flying out of my brain.
Okay.
But it's been rough lately. It has been real rough trying to remember shit.
Dude, you're not even 30 yet. You can't say that.
I know, dude. I know. It's a curse. Anyway, this week on the podcast, we have 3 new items that we're going to talk about in 4K Spotlight.
Wow, he is.
Dude, I told you today's going to be freaking rough for everyone.
Buckle in, everybody.
Yeah. And then in Through the Wall, we are going to just be discussing the past 6 years that we've been doing this show, because it is today the All Bros birthday. As of the day that we're recording, not the day that this releases. This is different. Spend time with Rose. We'll have you talking like him.
Damn, Sam, freaking shots fired at me.
Yeah, that was a freaking good shot too.
Yeah, that was really good. Like, I can't really be mad. I mean, it's true, but damn, I didn't know I talked that bad.
Just the reading with Rose is just bled off of you.
It's true.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be discussing that, and then after all of that, we will be getting into this week's headliner, where we will be breaking down the Marvels.
Yes.
Yeah, we are very excited for this, and with that, let's say we get on into this.
Let's do it.
Need motivation? Angry Dad Podcast. Trying to jumpstart your life? Angry Dad Podcast. You want help getting off the couch? Angry Dad Podcast. You need a verbal kick in the ass? Angry Dad Podcast. You want to hear from somebody who's been through it all? Angry Dad Podcast. I am here for you. You can find me on all podcast platforms.
Alrighty, first up, 4K Spotlight, like we said. So this week, we got a few new releases, and Rose is going to walk us through these.
Yes. Excuse me. So first up, we got a movie that I don't know about Caleb, but I don't give a shit about because I never saw the first 3.
Dude,
have you seen any of these?
I've seen. You know what? I don't know if I've seen any of them.
Really?
At least not all the way through. At least.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't even seen any clips, nothing from any of these. Just I don't know. They've never interested me. And I heard this one sucked. This is the worst out of all of them. So I have no plans on checking this one out, nor do I have plans on checking out the first 3. But
nope.
Despite that, the Expendables 4 comes out on 4K and Blu-ray this coming Tuesday. So when this episode releases tomorrow. So this is the regular 4K release. I'm pretty sure that this was just the basic poster that they did. So you got Stallone and Statham at the top, and then you got the rest of the cast on the bottom. So for exclusives, you have a Amazon exclusive slipcover where it's I don't know whose hand this is supposed to be, but it's a very cool skull ring. I will give him that.
I think that's Stallone's.
Okay, that makes sense. I would assume it would have been him or Statham's.
Yeah, it's one of the two. I don't know this movie well enough to be able to judge that. I'm just assuming.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, Amazon exclusive. I think it's just a slipcover, or I think it's just a slipcover that's different. I don't think like the regular like 4K version when you take off the slipcover is different. I'm sure it's the exact same as the other picture that we showed. Or yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. But I mean, if I actually liked this franchise, this is pretty cool. And then lastly, so we got the Expendables 4 Steelbook, and I will say that I do appreciate with this one, so this is going to be coming to Best Buy, and I do appreciate that the way that this is set up, it goes with the other 3 Steelbooks that they released this past year. And so when you have all of these lined up, it's actually going to look freaking beautiful. And if I was an Expendables fan, I'd be very happy because I hate when they release all of the movies in a series in preparation for the newest one to come out, but then the new one isn't like the steelbook design is nothing like the ones that they did for the previous films. A huge one this year was Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. That steelbook looked nothing like the ones that they did for the previous films that came out this damn year. Because the ones that they did, it was kind of like, it was like a character poster, but they still looked really cool. Whereas freaking Dead Reckoning was a black steel. It was a red steelbook with a silhouette of Tom Cruise hanging from a train. It was stupid. It didn't work. In my opinion, I hate that it didn't fit with the other steelbooks. And like freaking the Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny steelbook that's coming out soon, it doesn't match the previous 4 steelbooks because they did poster artwork for those, and I wish they would have done the same thing with Dial of Destiny. Whereas, well, actually, wait, no, I'll save that. I'll save how the steelbook looks for the episode that we talk about that. But just if there's one thing that I appreciate about this is that it actually matches the other steelbooks, and I feel studios need to freaking do that more.
Yeah, dude. I hate when people just don't follow the template. You have created something that's supposed to be part of a grouping, and you're going to vary from that. Like, what kind of bullshit? What kind of mental game is that?
Thank you.
That is horseshit.
It really is. It's frustrating. But what can you do?
Bitch about it on a podcast.
Yeah. Exactly. This guy gets it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Expendables 4. If any of you plan on picking that up. Next, we got one of my favorite films of the year. Freaking love this movie. We got Oppenheimer. Coming to 4K. We got the classic 4K, just the regular theater poster. It still looks really cool. I especially love the lighting on this poster, so I'm sure that especially on a slipcover, this shit is gonna look fire. That's all I'm gonna say. See, it's funny because there's fire in the background.
Yeah, I got it, Rose.
Oh, okay. just making sure. Just making sure. I know sometimes, especially with this episode, jokes might go over your head. So.
Ooh, someone's about to get bitch slapped.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I got your back, man. Okay. So that's the regular 4K edition. The Steelbook, which I am so excited for. Oh my freaking God. I love this so much. I pre-ordered this shit so fast, and I think pre-orders are already sold out, which I completely understand. And the fact that Best Buy is doing away with physical media, I'm sure people are trying to get as many Best Buy exclusive steelbooks as they can. It still freaking kills me that they're doing that, but whatever.
Dude, this one's pretty dope.
Right? It's so beautiful. Like, oh my God. Like, I have nothing else to say to that. I have nothing else to say about the steelbook except it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
No notes. No notes. That's fantastic.
Right? It's so beautiful. And then we have a Walmart exclusive, which is basically a digipack, kind of like what Warner Brothers has been doing with the Flash. Well, actually, they stopped doing it for some reason. The Flash was the last one that they did it for, because they didn't do it with Blue Beetle. They just did another Steelbook for Walmart, which I don't understand why. I freaking loved these. The Flash one was really cool, and the one before that, Shazam, that one was really cool. Seems those are the only two movies that they did them for, because they never did it for Black Adam. But so I know that I know those are Warner Brothers movies, but I know they have done this for Universal movies in the past. They did it for Fast X. So it's cool to see that they're doing it for Oppenheimer as well. And it looks like this also comes with a bonus disc. So I don't know if that's also the incentive to get this Walmart exclusive. But honestly, super cool cover. Him looking through the window, watching the atom bomb test as it explodes.
Interesting choice.
Are you not a fan?
I am not a fan.
Okay. My version of this movie is already spoken for with the Steelbook, because that is just freaking gorgeous, and I cannot get over that. But I still feel that this is a pretty decent addition. Do I plan on double dipping? Probably not. But it's not a horrible cover, in my opinion.
It's not great either.
Damn. Caleb is so nice this episode, isn't he?
Hey, I'm the nicest person you'll ever frickin' meet.
That, you know what? He's not wrong. Explains why we've been friends for so long. Moving on. So we got Expendables 4, Oppenheimer, and last but not least, Saw X is coming to 4K.
Freaking love this movie.
Right? So freaking good. And I hate that this isn't getting a steelbook, but you know what? That's okay, because I freaking love this poster, and I love that it's the choice for the cover. It's freaking great. Just, God, I love it. And the freaking this trap in particular in the movie is effed up, and that was kind of hard to watch.
Not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but I still really liked it.
Same here. But just, it makes for a killer poster.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give it that. When it comes to like Saw posters, like throughout the whole franchise, this is definitely probably my top 3.
I will give you that. Very much so.
This shit looks so freaking cool. But yeah, so I don't really have anything else to say. Like I said, I'm bummed that it's not getting a steelbook release, but I get it. Maybe down the line it might. Honestly, I am kind of shocked that it's not, considering that Jigsaw got one as well. Spiral got one. So I'm really shocked Saw X isn't getting one. But
yeah.
Oh well. I guess take what you can get. And I will definitely be picking this one up on release day, because like Caleb and I said, we freaking love this movie. This is one of the best Saw movies to ever grace this franchise.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, it's just, was that all you had in 4K?
Yeah, that's it for 4K.
All right. Well, moving on from there to Through the Wall. Today is the official, it's the 6-year anniversary of us doing the podcast. The first ever episode was released November 14th of 2017, which is crazy to think about, dude.
Holy shit. We're ancient. That's what we are.
The podcast, dude, the podcast has been going on a lot longer than I thought it was ever going to.
Dude, same here. I mean, hell, I didn't think that I maybe thought that we'd make it a year. I thought so. but never thought we'd make it more than half a decade. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
And you know what? I apologize, Sam, when you said like this was freaking like 20 minutes ago. Or hey, wait, we haven't even been recording for 20 minutes. This was like 5 minutes ago or something like that. I meant to respond to your comment. Love you too. I'm sorry. I promise I'm not ignoring you.
Yeah, but dude, like it's freaking wild. I wish that we would have been able to line this up with our 300th episode, which is coming next week.
Yeah, that would have been freaking awesome. But
yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, we have some fun things planned for that one.
Yes, we do. But just it's been one hell of a ride. I'm so grateful that Caleb. Honestly, Caleb's the one that thought about doing a podcast. Asked me if I was actually serious about it. I told him, yeah, I'd be up for trying it out, and here we are.
I think you joked about it, and you're just like, we should start a podcast.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
oh,
I was the one.
There's an idea.
Yeah, I'm like, bet.
Yeah. And here we go. Freaking All Bros 6 years later. I'm grateful that Caleb decided to take us on this journey. It's been one hell of a ride, and I'm truly grateful for what we've been able to create together, and I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, I am too. Like this, like the All Bros is the more or less it's our love child, whether you like it or not, Rose.
No, I know it is. It's my only child. Caleb doesn't let me count my cat. So I guess this is my only child.
Yep.
Wow. Caleb doesn't understand what it's like to be a cat dad.
I do absolutely understand what it means to be a cat dad, and it freaking sucks ass.
No, it does. I mean, not when you have my cat. My cat's the shit. Love my cat. Hey, you've never met my cat? You've never met Alexander?
Yeah. 6 years is wild. Yeah, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
It's freaking crazy, dude. Just to think about. I mean, last year, like 5 years was freaking crazy to us.
Yeah.
Eventually, every year that this goes on, it's just like, wow, made this work.
Yeah. We're still going. Wow.
Yeah, to everyone's surprise. Because we didn't start out strong like at all.
No, dude, freaking I hate, honestly, no offense, but I hate going back and listening to our first 20 episodes and just the audio, the freaking when we were trying out the how it would cut out pauses. So it kind of the audio got so jerky. It was so bad. It seemed like a good idea at first, but just it didn't work out.
Yeah, there was a better way to freaking do it. I've come to learn, and yeah, but bro, I listen back to those when I feel like I'm getting a little too cocky. It's just like I need.
All right, that's a way.
Yeah, it's like I need a quick humbler. That's
Why
what
do
I need.
I love that so much.
It's just like I'm getting a little too big for my britches. Like I need something to just center me down to earth and yep, you're an idiot.
Oh shit, dude. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. But I like to think now that we have something that people enjoy and it's actually not unbearable to listen to.
Yeah.
But it's been fun, and I'm super excited to see how long this goes. Dude, it's gonna be a sad day if this ever stops.
Dude, seriously. I don't want to think about that. Let's not think about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about saying goodbye to the All Bros. That's too depressing.
So we'll see you guys on the 40th birthday of the All Bros.
God, how old would we be with that?
60 something.
Oh Jesus.
Or actually we'll be close to 90 something because we're almost 30. And so it's
You plan
6,
on making it to 90? The body I got, that ain't happening.
dude. I like. Part of me thinks I will. Like, yeah, I think this podcast dies with one of us.
Yeah,
Like,
I
once
can
one of
definitely
us
agree with
goes,
that.
it's just like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, I agree. It won't be the same. The all bro doesn't have that same ring to it.
Yeah.
Even though we
maybe
freaking
that could be something we pass on to our kids. Like maybe Iris and
okay.
one of your little rose babies
Yeah, there we go.
will take it over. That'd be
No,
fun.
how
Fun.
that would be no. See, how about this? We have Iris and my cat. There we go.
Iris and your cat.
That will be the All Bros 2.0.
That would be hilarious.
That would be.
But yeah. So thank you all that have stuck around with us for this long. Looking at you, Sam.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, but yeah, it's been a good ride.
It has.
And but before we get a little more emotional about it,
before we start, like the tears actually start showing.
Let's say we get into this week's headliner.
Let's do it.
All right. Alrighty, first up, and before we get into this week's headliner, we did ask a question of the week last week, or this week, I guess. But we asked if you could or if you had the ability to swap places with your best friend, like what kind of trouble would you get into? And we did get a few responses, some places that we reading with Rose wouldn't change a bit with a cat reading.
I don't know how to feel about that, Sam.
That's freaking hilarious.
That is funny
about that. Oh man. So yeah, we said if you gained the ability to swap places with your best friend at will, what kind of trouble would you get into? So we got a few responses, some on Instagram and a couple on TikTok. So with that, I'll start off. We got a response from a Jesus Dominguez, who said, I'll go to the bottom of the ocean, and once I go to a point of no return, we'll switch.
Damn. Okay, like, how much do you hate your best friend?
Yeah, no joke, right? Like that, it's messed up, but it's freaking funny as shit.
No, that's funny, but like, should best friend even be included in this? Because like, even as a joke, I would never do that to Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't do like the point of no return, but I think I would definitely swap places with you if I was in some random location, just like somewhere that you were just like, where in the actual hell is this?
Fair enough. All right.
Like, this is what I think I'd do.
Than that.
Yeah, like I'd probably go out into like maybe like a field somewhere in Kansas where it's just like flat for miles, and then just like middle of the field, away from like a car and everything. So like the car's not like, you can't find it very easy, and then just like swap places with you.
Joke's on you. I'll make sure that I have my ruby red slippers on me, and I'll just clap them together and just say, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Or I could just follow the Yellow Brick Road. Either or.
Definitely both options there. But yeah. So what's your first one?
Mine coming from TikTok with the name Connects, and they said, I can't legally say. I don't want to know. Usually I want to know. I don't want to know.
Dude, that's funny as shit.
It is.
Like,
I'm scared
I
to
was
know.
expecting some weird ass answers, and this is like the perfect summation of what I thought it was. Our comment section was going to look like.
Yeah.
Just like I thought people were going to get into some crazy like illegal type shit. And so yeah, like this perfectly sums up what I thought the comment section was going to be.
Fair enough.
All right. Let's see. Next, we got a response from an Alexander Murphy, who just said a lot of trouble.
God.
Yeah, and
Like
if that
so much
isn't
trouble
friggin'
that would
perfection-
basically like ruin your best friend's life. Like, are you just out to destroy their life? I'm curious now. Is it a revenge story?
I wouldn't. I don't know if it's like a revenge story.
I don't know. What did they do? What did they do to hurt you? I'm curious now. Reach out to the All Bros. We're here to help you.
Reach out. We're here for you. We are here to listen.
Exactly. No, just email us, theallbroschannel@gmail.com. We'll help you in any way that we can.
Yep. All right. And let's see. Did you have any others?
Yeah, I got one more. Coming from Tig D Gamer. And they said Oogie Boogie.
Don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean, but good for you.
Yeah. Like, is that supposed to be a Nightmare Before Christmas reference?
That's what I thought. Like when I first saw it.
I would assume so. You know, if that's the case, you know, great movie. So cool reference. Didn't answer the question, but that's okay. You got any other responses?
Yeah, I got one more from a Scoot the Waz, who said he got some annoying ass dogs that bark all the time, so I'd go and shut their asses up.
Damn.
Dude, people are not nice to their friends.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, like honestly, like the only reason I'd switch places with Kale was just to be to F with him, like kind of what he was talking about, you know, like going far out into the woods, like nowhere, and then bam, switch, just so you know, like mess with each other. Not shit like that. I got no quarrels with my best friend.
Yeah,
I'm very grateful for.
Yeah. So that's all the responses that we got. So thank you to everyone that answered our question of the week. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
We love the interaction that we get on these.
Even when it's not actually answering the question.
Yeah.
It's just some random word. But hey, it's still participation. We'll take it. We love it.
Yeah. It works. It definitely works. All right. Well, with that, I do believe that we can move on to our actual headliner this week.
Hell yeah.
So, if you are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final All Bros letter grade. The 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give it our own personal score at the very end. All of those numbers get magically added up and spit through our algorithm and give us an All Bros letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade. Let's see. Oh, I always tell Stacy, my best friend and wife, that if we could swap, I would spend the first day in front of a mirror. Oh, this is okay. This is more like switching spaces, not switching. This is not Freaky Friday.
Dude, I had to think for a minute.
I know.
This response, I'm like, wait a damn minute.
Dude, I knew exactly where his head was going with this one.
I like it though, Sam. I like it.
But this is more changing physical places, not mind swapping.
Like that freaking.
But I do like where your head's at, and that is exactly how I would spend that if that was the swap too. So,
Please tell me you've seen the live action Scooby-Doo, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Remember when like they keep switching?
Yeah, when Fred goes into Daphne's body.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, I could look at myself naked.
Yeah. Name a single person, a single like man that wouldn't do that if he got swapped into a female body.
I mean, gay men. Am I wrong?
I am going to say yes.
Really?
I'm going to say that you're wrong. Hold up.
Okay.
I'm going to say you're wrong because oh man, this is going to be weird.
Yeah.
If anyone, there's certain people that I pray only pretend to listen to this episode.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I feel like if it was a man, despite his sexual orientation, getting put into a female body, I believe that the female body is interesting enough and intriguing enough, even to gay men, that is something that they would also do. I feel like that's a bold enough claim to make.
Interesting.
Okay, maybe listen. Okay, maybe this. I don't think they would do it for as long as we would. But they would definitely do it.
All right.
What, you think you can disagree with that?
No, I'm like trying. Like I want to ask like someone about this. That
I know. I don't have very many like gay friends though.
I have one. I should ask him. All right, next time I see him, I'm gonna ask him. It's like, so hey, what's up? Random question here.
Okay, do you have his number?
What? No, I don't.
I was gonna say freaking call him.
Oh shit.
But yeah, absolutely agree with you, Sam. That's exactly how I would spend my day too. Anyway, so getting into this week's breakdown
about that Marvels.
Yeah. So if you have not seen the Marvels, we are about to spoil pretty much everything for you, and believe us, there is quite a bit to spoil.
Yes, there is.
So we are going to be putting that spoiler alert up now, and if you choose to listen beyond this point and have not seen the Marvels and anything is spoiled for you, sucks to be you. Yeah, sucks to suck. So with that comes our favorite segment that we like to call Reading with Rose.
Excuse me. All right. Carol Danvers defies the influence of the Supreme Intelligence and destroys it, which leads to a Kree civil war and the desolation of their home world, Hala. The conflict renders the planet barren as it loses its air, water, and sunlight. Darben, the new leader of the Kree, retrieves one of the quantum bands, of which Kamala Khan has the other half. Darben harnesses the power of the band to tear open a jump point in space. The resulting anomaly is discovered by Sword. Meanwhile, Nick Fury, now residing at the Saber space station, hosts peace talks between the Kree and the Skrulls. Monica Rambeau investigates a jump point anomaly near Saber, while Carol Danvers investigates the source of the anomaly, where Darben found the quantum band. When Rambeau touches the anomaly, she, Danvers, and Kamala switch places through teleportation. The switching causes the three to fight each other's Kree enemies, leaving the Khan's house destroyed in their wake. After the three women return to their original places, Fury and Rambeau visit Kamala on Earth. As Kamala eagerly demonstrates her power, she switches places with Danvers. When Danvers flies away, she switches places with Kamala in midair. The group surmises that their light-based powers are linked through quantum entanglement, and that they switch places when any of the three use their powers simultaneously. The three join up at a Skrull refugee colony on the planet Tarnax, I hope I said that right, where talks of the resettlement have dissolved. Darben rips open another jump point, which siphons the atmosphere of Tarnax into Hala to try and restore its air. After a hasty effort to evacuate the colony, Danvers, Rambo, and Kamala form a team informally referred to by Kamala as the Marvels. Danvers informs the others of the legend that the quantum bands had been used to create the Jump Point Transportation Network. The three became entangled due to their mutual contact with its energy when Darban disrupted it. Darban's repeated rupturing of jump points is causing further instability to the network and endangering the universe. For some reason, I feel that this synopsis is just jumping all around. Is it just
very
me?
much is.
Okay, it's not just me. Darben reaches the water planet Aladna, where she tears open a jump point to draw the ocean water into Hala. Her final plan is to usurp Earth's... I hope I said that right. Usurp Earth's sun to restore that of Hala. The Marvels fight and subdue Darben, but she steals Kamala's band and uses both bangles in conjunction to tear open another hole in space. The act destroys Darben and leaves behind a rupture into the multiverse. After Kamala reclaims the bands, she and Danvers use their combined powers to energize Rambo, allowing her to close the hole from the other side, stranding her in the process. Danvers flies into Hala's sun and uses her power to restore it. The short-lived team-up inspires Kamala to seek out other heroes and form a new group, starting with Kate Bishop in a mid-credit scene. It's actually not a mid-credit scene. It's
it's part of the movie.
Yeah, it's the end scene. Rambo awakens in a... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Apparently, I can't see periods. My bad. So okay. Let's rewind it here. Let's actually use proper grammar with Reading with Rose. The short-lived team-up inspires Kamala to seek out other heroes and form a new group, starting with Kate Bishop. Okay, that was the end of the sentence. End movie. There you go. In a mid-credit scene, Rambo awakens in a parallel universe where she is greeted by an alternate version of her mother, Maria. Oh my God. Jesus. And the mutant scientist Hank McCoy, also known as Beast. So yeah, there you go.
Just because it is a small part and I don't want to talk about it too much, that end credit or the mid credit scene, I do kind of have a complaint about Beast.
What's that?
He's kind of way too big.
Fair, and honestly, I feel because it's I don't know about you, but it definitely looked like it was CGI. There's some
very
CGI.
Much so.
Yeah,
very much so.
Why couldn't they have just done prosthetics like they've done in the past?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, oh God, who played him again?
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer came back, and if that's the case, I think he would have been fine with putting the makeup on again.
Yeah.
If he came back, I think he would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but yeah, they made him way too big. Beast is supposed to be kind of more on the short, stocky side.
So is he kind of like the Thing?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's well. Let me just look real quick because I don't want to freaking be talking out of my ass.
I mean, because he's definitely no Hulk, of course. He's not that big.
All right, so this is from the official Marvel character synopsis, right?
Okay.
Yeah. X-Men. Our subject Beast. Name Henry Hank McCoy. His height is 5'11".
Wow. Wow. He's only that tall?
Yeah, that's how tall he's supposed to be.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, dude, I feel like,
excuse me,
the height that he was in the original X-Men movies was perfect.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you there.
The only thing that I liked maybe a little bit more was the classic hairstyle, like the pointed hair.
That's fair. I can understand that.
Yeah, and in other stuff, I mean, they kind of looked like Kelsey Grammer's Beast kind of looked like it was like somewhat mimicking this, but this one it was very more like it was more like the point was kind of off to the side.
Yeah.
And more like long flowy hair, where this was just like it was up higher, and I feel works a little bit better. So
Fair.
I prefer the hairstyle. I prefer the height from the original, and they absolutely needed to go prosthetic.
Yeah.
There's no good reason other than them maybe not wanting to spend the money to do the prosthetics for them to do that.
But isn't that usually a lot cheaper than CGI?
Usually, yeah. Dude, like if there's anything that proves that prosthetics are cheaper, it's the freaking budget for like a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, true.
At least the ones that have been like coming out lately.
Yeah, hey, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so I mean that's all I'll say about that, because that's such a small part of the movie. It's not really going to affect too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so getting right on into this. Starting off with story. What did you think overall?
Honestly, I thought it was super solid. I feel when it comes to a sequel to Captain Marvel, even though it's Captain Marvel came in between Infinity War and Endgame. This has to take place after the blip, all that stuff. Years into the future. The fact that the way that they're able to, I think, set up Carol's story is, I feel, very well told. How she's struggling, her relationship with Monica Rambeau, and how Monica still holds basically. I don't want to say aggression.
Maybe like a mild grudge.
There we go. Thank you. Yeah, she still holds a mild grudge towards Carol for basically leaving her and never coming back when she said that she would. So you got that conflict, and then throwing in Kamala, her family, and the way, especially the way that her parents connect with Nick Fury in that whole scenario. That was so freaking good and so funny.
Dude, it was good. Felt very much not like the Nick Fury we know.
That's fair. I mean, I still felt maybe a little bit that it did. Or I mean, I could be wrong. Did you watch Secret Invasion?
Yes.
Okay.
Very dark tones.
That's what I've heard. I didn't. So I can't compare, that Nick Fury to this Nick Fury, stuff like that. But like, I get where you're coming from. In some instances, it definitely didn't feel like the Nick Fury that we've gotten in the past. But I feel, I don't know. I feel for the way that they wanted the story to go. It made sense. It didn't feel like completely out of character. For Nick Fury, I felt.
I will say this: it made him feel. This film made him feel more like how he was portrayed in Captain Marvel, where he was a little bit like lighthearted.
And honestly, I think I love that because, I mean, don't really get a lot of scenes of them together, but any scene that you get Carol and Nick together is fantastic. I love their relationship. Honestly, I wish that we could have gotten more scenes together like we did in the first one, which, I get. Can understand why they didn't get a lot of scenes together for, story-wise. But no, honestly, I feel like I said, I think it was a really good idea story-wise for a sequel to Captain Marvel. The three women, I feel, work very well together as a team. I don't know, just like overall, like a super. I feel when it story wise, it's a solid follow up to Captain Marvel.
Yeah. I will say I think I like this film better than Captain Marvel.
I can agree with that.
I will say that I do feel like the motivations with this antagonist much better than the first.
Yeah, dude, straight up. Because what I did not like about, like, I think what kills the first one's villain for me is that you get such a relationship set up with Captain Marvel and Yon-Rogg, to where I'm sure that they wanted it to feel more personal when he does portray her. But just, I feel it killed the character for me. It didn't work. If anything, you think that he would be on Carol's side. He wouldn't switch. He wouldn't just turn to the dark side. It didn't make sense for the character.
Well, I mean, it didn't make sense in the way that they built him up.
All right, fair.
Because, I mean, you do see that ultimate betrayal, but I think the betrayal comes a little too late.
That's fair.
So yeah, I'm like very about it.
Yeah. Caleb, can I ask a favor? Can you take me off center stage?
Oh. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Thank you.
Forgot to switch it back.
Sorry, don't like that much attention being called to me for that long.
Yeah, my bad.
You're good, man. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the big screen up here, but
yeah.
I pay attention to the small little ones down below.
Okay.
And so that's why I didn't think anything of it.
For a couple minutes, I'm just like, is he gonna notice? Is he gonna change it? Did I say something?
You absolutely should say something.
Okay, good to know for future.
But yeah, I feel like the betrayal came a little late, and we were already kind of suspicious of him. Like it didn't seem like the relationship between them was like good or friendly. I mean, it felt more competitive, and so and he already had some like somewhat of an anger towards her.
True.
And so when he did ultimately end up being the betrayer, it was like, yeah, kind of saw that one coming. But here the antagonist in Darben, her motivations were good. And I think a really important thing that they were able to do is make her not really a villain, at least not in her eyes. She wasn't doing this to destroy these worlds. She was doing it because she felt like it was the Kree's God-given right to take these resources from these people. Yeah. These people that we have we've given you these colonies out of the goodness of our hearts. Like, you can either accept this or we will take it from you.
Yeah.
Or like, you can work with us or you're against us. And if you're against us, we'll jack you up. And the motivations were strong, especially, and like, they didn't really like hit for me until she was on Hala and like talking with the people. And they were like sitting in darkness, and she's like bringing air to them. So yeah, I'm very very pleased with how they handled that.
No, I absolutely agree.
But yeah, I mean, the flow was great. The character interactions were good. So good. This kind of felt like, I mean, this wasn't best Marvel by any stretch of the imagination, but this was definitely up there.
It honestly was. I mean, I know, as I'm sure everyone knows, the MCU has definitely struggled since Endgame to try to find a fine line to walk with where they want to take this franchise. Excuse me. And honestly, after what we got with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which, you know, me and Caleb did not hate as much as everybody else did, this is still by far better. This felt this definitely felt like a return to form for Marvel. It's not one of Marvel's best. It's nowhere near, you know, like Iron Man or, you know, anything like that. But like personally, I'd put it on like the levels of for how much I enjoyed it, of like maybe like the first maybe not the first Ant-Man, but like Ant-Man and the Wasp, maybe the first, maybe that one, or maybe I actually might put it on the level of Ant-Man, because the way that these three ladies work together is it's so much fun to watch. Watching them banter off each other is absolutely fantastic. I think this is the best that we've gotten from Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel. I mean, we'll get to this with acting, but this is the best that I've seen Brie Larson in this character, even better than the first one.
Very much so. Because, I mean, in the first one, and just anything we've seen her outside of the first movie, she plays such a hard ass.
She does.
And so it's hard to get that fun personality out of her.
Yeah.
And I think this was able to do it, and it's because of who she had by her side.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely agree, dude. Freaking her Kamala Khan meeting Captain Marvel, like that was honestly better than I could have imagined. That was just so good. Like her handshaking her, or them handshaking, and her being like, on the streets of New Jersey at night, I go by Miss Marvel, and I hope that's okay. And if it's like a copyright thing, maybe we can talk about it later. I'm just like, oh my god, this is freaking great. This is absolutely fantastic.
The good times in this were infectious.
Yeah, they really were.
Dude, I want to talk to whoever idea it was for Goose to have a litter that ate everyone. I was dying.
That was so great. The fact that they're literally just running across the ship, just saying, no, let them eat you.
Let the Flurkins eat you.
It's part of the plan. It's how you're gonna survive,
dude. And I think what would top that off for me, the icing on the cake, was that they were playing Memory from Cats.
Yeah,
I was like, this scene is pure perfection.
Yeah, it was.
I'll say that I had a big issue with the whole singing world. I hated that world. I thought that was so dumb.
I thought it was kind of funny, but it wasn't as funny as it could have been.
It lost its funniness after like a couple seconds.
Touche.
But I completely forgot about that after the freaking cat scene. I was losing my mind.
That was so good. So good.
And you went to go see this at Cinemark, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen what AMC was doing?
No, huh?
So they had the commemorative popcorn tins and stuff. Mm-hmm. The popcorn tin was a Flurkin egg.
Oh, that's awesome!
And anytime you purchased one, it was a secret what color cat you got inside it. It was one of 6. But yeah, you open it up and there's a little cat in there, and the cat it's for drinks.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah. I am so freaking tempted to buy one.
Dude,
tempted.
Dude, Cinemark is lame. They didn't do anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, AMC does some cool shit, dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, but I don't know why I got it, but I guess I've used my premium. I never signed up for their premium membership, but they did give it to me. I guess it's because I go there so frequently and have used my account there.
Hell yeah.
The only perk that I don't have, and it's like you have to pay for the stubs, is the 3 free movies a week.
Okay.
So if I were to pay for stubs, like I would absolutely take advantage of that because I feel like I'd get my money's worth.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely.
Yeah. So I freaking loved everything that was happening with this movie, and the Flurkin thing made it like amazing. The fact that they played Memory was amazing. Like I freaking loved it. But the combat in this too was freaking awesome.
Dude, yeah, seriously. The way that they were able to like make their powers work with each other. The scene especially towards like the beginning when they keep switching back and forth, you know, this is the first time that they're realizing it. And the way that the fight choreography is planned out with each of them is so freaking cool. That scene is a treat to watch. And that arguably is like one of my favorite scenes to come out of the MCU in probably the last 5 years.
Absolutely agree with you there. So, overall, I mean, I don't have too many complaints about the story here. Like I said, it's more on the average, maybe above average side in terms of Marvel storytelling. So I'm sitting around maybe an 86.
Dude, that's exactly what I was sitting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. If I could actually find the damn movie. There it is.
Damn.
I do have to point out, sorry, really quickly, because this isn't going to fit anywhere else. And I saw this movie before Caleb. I saw it on Saturday, and I just let him know, quickly what I thought, and I told him that, like, hey, there's only a mid credit scene, there's no end credit scene, but the ending of the movie, I honestly squealed a little bit, and I really hope that no one heard me that was sitting next to me in the movie theater, because I'll fully admit, when I saw the outline of the bow of Kate Bishop's bow, and you see her enter, I freaking lost my shit, because I'm so excited to have Kate Bishop back in the MCU, and the way that the freaking scene plays out, that it's literally like a Kamala's iteration of Nick Fury's recruitment from Iron Man for Tony Stark is absolutely fantastic.
Dude, she tried so hard to play it cool and just could not do it.
But it screams Kamala. It's too perfect.
Yeah. If I genuinely hope that they kind of make Kamala the leader.
I hope so too. I know that in previous Young Avengers, it's usually been Kate Bishop. But honestly, if it's Kamala, it's okay. I'm okay with that. The fact that, Kate Bishop is her first recruitment makes complete sense. And so maybe like could you see them leading the team together? Or do you think that it's just going to be strictly Kamala? Or would you just want strictly Kamala leading it?
Okay, so this is how I see it playing out. I think she's going to go and recruit Kate. I think she's going to recruit Cassie. And I think Cassie and Kate are going to have a conflict between the two. Maybe like each of them thinks that they're leading the team, when like it's just going to be like known that they listen to Kamala.
Okay.
Like I think Kamala is going to be the like not super direct team lead.
Okay, I like it.
And then maybe there's like a power struggle between Cassie and and Kate Bishop, because I do feel like there's something there. Like there's a dynamic between those two that I feel could be played on. And I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, same here. I do hope that they bring back Catherine Newton to play Cassie, because I thought she did a good job.
Yeah. If they cast anyone else, then I'm like, maybe like it could just be like maybe Kate but I have a feeling it's going to be like put on Kamala.
Yeah.
Unless they find like a Captain America equivalent, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, at least not to the extent of like team lead, because I know that there's a kid from Falcon and the Winter Soldier that plays a character called Patriot,
Yeah, I heard about that.
but I don't know if he's going to end up taking like a leadership role. I think he's going to be like that one man army kind of situation, like the Rogue.
Okay.
Like I think he's going to be like that. I think he's going to be like the Winter Soldier equivalent. Like he's not really playing for the team. He's out to just get the mission done, like that kind of bullshit.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, anyway. So yeah, getting into writing here, the dialogue here was really good,
dude. There, every line that came out of Kamala's mouth was it was comedy gold.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking when I laughed a little too hard when she looks out the window. She's like, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." I'm like, "Oh my good Lord." And Monica's reaction just sold it so well. It was so perfect that when they're on the singing planet and Monica turns to Kamala, she's like, how many ideas are you thinking right now for a Captain Marvel fan fiction?
Yeah, the dialogue here was great. I loved like the different things that they touched upon, and something that I wish that they would have dived in even a little deeper is when they were evacuating the Skrull sanctuary.
I agree, because the fact that they weren't able to take them all, they had to leave a lot of people behind. I feel they kind of gloss over that. They
a little bit, at
they
least
lost a lot of people. You think that they'd mourn a little more?
I personally feel like they should have restructured the elements. Like I think that they should have put the singing one first.
Excuse me.
Like the water world first, because of how goofy it was, and then dive into the air situation second, in terms of like the Skrull, because the Skrull deal like the Skrull death toll, I feel really did a number on Kamala, and they could have taken that time to really like make Kamala question her question her life about like being such a Captain Marvel fangirl.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't think they took advantage of that, because it was like as soon as the Skrull left, they were like, she was back on Team Marvel.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that really should have made her question things.
There was I don't know, maybe it's just me, just because it was so brief, but when Monica and Carol have their moment where they actually like basically kind of forgive, I felt it was just kind of they forgave each other, or Monica forgave Carol. It just felt so brief that I'm just like, okay, so are you guys okay again, or not? Because it literally is just Monica. It's Carol explaining why she left, why she never came back, and Monica being like, "That's why you didn't come back. That's not how families work, Carol. That's not what you do." And she's like, "Oh, okay, all right." And then that's it. That it really didn't feel like for how much I felt how much of a grudge that Monica held towards Carol, which, you know what, understandable. It kind of felt a little rushed with her, how she just forgave her. I mean, maybe the fact that she was able to see that, Carol and her mom actually did connect during the blip, that they were actually together. They actually did meet up. They talked to each other during those 5 years. I don't know. Maybe that could have pushed her to forgive her. make her I don't know where I was going with that.
Like helped with the forgiveness process.
There we go. Thank you. But just I don't know. It felt like super. It felt super rushed, in my opinion.
I agree. I don't think if this movie suffers from anything, it's addressing important issues.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong. Like this movie's only like an hour and 45 minutes, shortest MCU movie, and for the most part, it moves at a pretty brisk pace, and it moves at a good pace. Like it bounces from point A to point B, and it makes sense. But it's moments like that I'm just like, okay, you know what? I think you could have benefited if this was actually a 2-hour Marvel movie. Like moments like that, you could have actually expanded on. You could have put more heart into it, and just I feel it would have made better for not only better scenes but also better character moments.
I agree. That's probably why I'm going to be giving this lower than the writing or than the story.
That's fair.
I'm probably going to be around like an 84 with writing, and it's just because of those issues that they could have touched upon but really didn't, and it's just kind of they glossed over, and so it made the writing feel a bit unimportant. At times, because a lot of it was like jokes. I wish most of the jokes, if not all of them, landed pretty well.
This is one of the funniest Marvel movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, and like I said, the freaking Flurkin eating people thing, I was rolling.
Yeah,
with
that shit was great.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it was just slightly weaker.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I was gonna be like a point higher than you, but like I agree with all your points, and that Monica and Carol thing just really drags it down for me. So I'm gonna match you again, 84.
All right, moving on over to acting to discuss this cast. We have Brie Larson, who played Captain Marvel. We have Teyonah Parris, who played Monica Rambeau. We have Iman Vellani, who played Kamala Khan, also known as Ms. Marvel. We have Zawe Ashton, who played Dar-Ben. And then we had Samuel L. Jackson, who played Nick Fury. And I feel like those were the more important.
Yeah, I mean, you do get a decent amount of time with Kamala's family, but I feel that this is like the main cast, these 5.
Yeah. So how would you structure your top 3?
So top 3, number 3, I'm going to give to Teyonah Parris, played Monica Rambeau. Absolutely fantastic. I'll fully admit I didn't love her in WandaVision. Maybe just because she didn't really. I mean, she got some good character development, but just I don't know, for some reason I just didn't love her character.
I need to rewatch it.
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
I feel like I need to rewatch WandaVision because I feel like I gave her a hard time, but she's grown on me, and so I'm like,
you know what? That's fair because I absolutely loved her in this movie. She was fantastic. I loved the character of Monica in this one. She killed it. Her interactions that she has with Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, whatever, are really good. Their grudge her grudge with her, because Carol doesn't hold a grudge towards her. I feel that for the most part, even though what we pointed out, it does, play out decently, even though it seems rushed towards the end. But yeah, no, she was fantastic. She played off so well with Brie Larson and Iman Vellani. Great job. Loved her. Number 2, I'm going to give to Brie Larson. She was once again great as Captain Marvel / Carol Danvers. I've loved her since the first Captain Marvel. I've never understood the hate for her. I think she does a great job adapting the character. I've never read a Captain Marvel comic in my life, but I think she does a fantastic job as this character. I love her in this role. And the fact that I feel Despite especially the hate that she's gotten over the years, which I'm honestly amazed that she's come back after, like I said, the hate that she's got, because the hate's been not warranted in my opinion.
Not even a little bit, dude.
Right.
Like, it's such bullshit. Like,
It is.
like the reasoning that people don't like her is just ridiculous.
Right. And so kudos to her for being willing to come back and play this character. And this is the best that she's ever played this character. The heart is there, the humor is there, especially the humanity of Captain Marvel is there, and I love it so much. This is the best that we've seen of this character, and honestly, I hope that we get to see more of Captain Marvel in the future, and I really hope that Brie Larson does come back, because I love her so much in this role. But number one, I have to give to Iman Vellani. She steals every single scene that she is in. I know a lot of people didn't watch Miss Marvel on Disney Plus, unfortunately, which if you guys didn't, you are missing out. It's a really, really good show. And Iman Vellani, she's amazing in that show, but I feel she's even better in this movie. She truly understands this character inside and out. She clearly is a Marvel fanboy, fangirl, however you want to say it. She truly loves these characters, this franchise, the MCU as a whole. She loves this stuff. She loves doing this, and just every joke she nails, every line, whether it's like I said with joke, comedic, or if it needs to be heartfelt. She just nails every single thing that is thrown her way, and the fact that this is her first acting performance as Kamala Khan / Miss Marvel is a testament to how great she is of an actress already. Yeah, she absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see more of her in the future. So number one, and that's my top three.
Dude, I am actually right there with you on
Really?
top three. Same order and everything. I loved Iman Vellani in this role, and yeah, zero complaints about her performance. She was fantastic, and I hope that she's like the new like staple in the MCU.
I hope so too, because I mean, my first introduction to the character Miss Marvel was in Marvel's The Avengers, and she was all right in that. She wasn't my favorite. This is my favorite iteration of Miss Marvel.
Yep.
Iman Vellani kills, like I said, she kills it as this character. She has made me fall in love with this character, and just God, she's amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with her in the future.
Same.
So where are you sitting with your acting score?
Not a lot of people like brought it down for me. Just I feel that even though it's not the Nick Fury that we necessarily are used to, I still feel Samuel L. Jackson does a great job. Kamala Khan's family, once again, fantastic, especially her mom. God, I love her mom.
Oh my gosh, dude, her mom's fantastic.
Right? Oh, I thought she was like, she's great in the show. She's even greater in this movie. Same thing with her dad. And I actually liked her brother more in this than I did in the show.
Dude, I did too. Yeah. He's such a dick in the show.
He is. But in this one, he actually, somewhat shows compassion towards his sister. Which, you know what, I appreciate. I feel that what's her name that plays Dar-Benn?
Zawe.
Is that, yeah, Zawe. I feel that the way that she plays her is good. It's a little bland, but I feel
she needed a little bit more personality.
Yeah, she did. Her and her henchman, the guy, her right hand man.
They were an odd duo.
Yeah. I forget who pointed out when they reviewed this. They straight up said, her army looks like badass with their costumes and everything, and then her right hand man is a freaking guy with a man bun.
Dude, no joke. I'm like, I feel like they could have freaking dressed her up a little bit. I think they could have gone like full blown, like Kree warrior with her.
I can agree with that.
Like, and I think that would have been freaking sick. Like, I would have actually liked for her to, like, after she brings air to Hala, I would have then liked for her to take on the role of accuser, like Ronan.
Yes.
Like, I think that would have worked a little bit better, and then just giving her a better look, because like Ronan, he looked freaking dope.
Yeah,
but I think they could have gotten way more creative with how she looked. Like, I think the dress or the gown looking thing did absolutely nothing for her other than make her look like some priest.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to explain it.
So I would have preferred them to go somewhere more of like the armor route. Like I don't even know. Like I don't know exactly what, but I think they just needed something to give her an iconic look. Excuse you, Marvel, you have a vast collection of people to like pull like images from.
Yeah.
Like, how do you drop the ball this hard?
Seriously.
Like,
seriously.
And what sucks too is that she was a good villain.
She was.
Like, they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball, and I could come up with like a bunch of different alternate designs that they could have gone with that would have worked out better than this. Also, I probably would have made her blue.
All right, fair enough. I like it. So I'd say she brings me down a little bit, as well as, you know, her right hand man. So like personally,
yeah, he was weird. He didn't play bad guy all that well, but I mean, I know that they weren't supposed to be, but he wasn't matching her energy.
Yeah,
and it felt weird.
Yeah. So I'd say with those two, bringing it down a little bit, I'd probably say I'm at a 90.
I am personally sitting around like an 88.
That's fair.
All right, next up, we got character development.
I'm going to assume that we both did it on Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Okay.
This is where the movie suffers quite a bit.
That's fair. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how the comics are for Captain Marvel. So I don't know how far you can take her as a character. Like in your opinion, like where do you think they could have improved with her character development and actually like taking her places to where she felt like a changed person towards the end? Because I mean, when she's sitting in that plane with Kamala, she still feels like the same Carol, which is fine. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just you don't really get a lot of character development. You don't lose any growth. Like, she's still the same Carol Danvers, but you don't really see her grow into anything better, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's my main issue is like she didn't end up going anywhere.
Yeah.
She was consistent throughout. So I thought initially when they started calling her like Annihilator and that we got that backstory, I thought that there was going to be some sort of like secret hidden rage that we haven't seen.
Yeah,
but
cool.
We heard about this side of her, the Annihilator, and I would have liked for her to fully almost embrace that.
That's fair.
I personally wouldn't have. I would have done like kind of a major whiplash in terms of like the opening, because where we get like the initial opening where we get the like the fun, happy-go-lucky Kamala talking about how her and Captain Marvel are twinsies and all that. I would have liked to follow or to before that show the Annihilator at work.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. That would have been a really good. Wow, words, they're hard. That would have been a really good scene for Carol or Captain Marvel or whatever you want to say.
I would have personally, like, this is how I would have handled shit. The opening is going to be like, or would be like an sitting in like a Hala market, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like often like the distance they see like this bright shimmery light, and then it's just going to come and like basically do exactly what we saw, where it's going to come like flying and everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, look, and then just boom right into the freaking this building and whatnot. So I think that I would have liked to see a lot more like chaos and destruction, and then see her go like just rampage through the Hala homeworld, go to the artificial intelligence and destroy, or the supreme intelligence and destroy it, and all of this other crazy stuff. And then I would have liked to see just the chaos that comes from that, where they're destroying all the natural resources. The seas have dried up. The sun has been extinguished. The air is bare. Like, I would have liked to see all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like while Captain Marvel's like flying off, and like, I don't even know, like, I would have liked to see how all this came to be, because like it was very much like just a surprise, like, oh, what the hell, like Hala's dying. Like last time we saw it, it was like a thriving civilization. But so I would have liked to see how it came to be in ruins. I would have liked to get a more of a first person's perspective of someone experiencing Captain Marvel's reign of terror.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
And then have her like go back and like kind of deal with all that, the ramifications. And I think that would have been a good time to give that introduction to Dar-Ben.
Yeah,
because it was just like, okay, have we seen you before? Like, we haven't, have we?
Not that I know of.
That's what I thought, but I was just like, I am very unsure. Like, I thought, like, I don't remember any of this shit from the movie.
Yeah,
because that's what I thought they were doing, that they were just playing like a different perspective of something that they showed us in Captain Marvel.
That's what I thought too. But
and I was like, no way. Like, I thought the Supreme Intelligence was the Supreme Intelligence destroyed?
I thought
or
so.
They just beat, or she just beat the Supreme Intelligence, or like overpowered it somehow.
I don't know. I'm questioning it.
Yeah, so like whatever they did, I think that they could have restructured it way different. I think this would have benefited very greatly with an additional 15-20 minutes.
Agreed.
But yeah, so what we ended up getting was no character development.
Yeah.
Like, no one really changed or grew from who they were at the beginning.
It's true. It's very true.
So I'm personally, I'm sitting at like a solid, I'm thinking 70, but I think I might be lower.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, there was no growth. There was no, she just like, even at the end, like she was flying like past Hala. They were all looking at her. She went and reignited the sun, and then we just get like a quick shot of Hala like having a rising sun again, and then nothing.
Yeah.
Like, nothing came from it. And I think that bothered me more than anything. I'm sitting at 68. I can't give it a 70 and good conscience.
I think I am going to be... I think I got to give it a 70.
Freaking bucks. All right, next up we got effects. These weren't half bad.
I mean, compared to recent, Marvel movies, definitely better than some, which I find it interesting that they had more. It's clear that they had more time with these effects than they did with Quantumania, because they pushed this. Because they pushed, what was it? So they pushed this movie back. They pushed Quantumania up when Quantumania wasn't even close to having its effects ready to go.
Yeah,
and
there were still some rubbery shit happening.
That's fair. But I feel for the most part, like when they used their powers, it still looked really good with the VFX. The flying, I feel for the most part, looked really good. It's nothing. Like I said, Marvel has definitely struggled over the years with their special effects. We've had some winners and we've had some losers. I would put this in like the middle. It's nothing great, but it's no ending fight Black Panther bad.
I will give you that. But yeah, when she was on that water planet and like flying through the different ships and stuff, and Kamala did the whole "Oh, Captain, my Captain" stuff. That is the scene in particular that I'm thinking of where it felt very rubbery.
Okay, that's fair.
Because she stops to do like the heroic like action pose, and I'm like, that doesn't quite look like Captain Marvel to me.
Yeah,
that looks like a CGI rendering.
I get that.
So they had a few of those moments. So I might be at like an 82 with the effects.
I'm going to be just slightly above you at an 84.
All right. Next up, we got music. This was all right.
Yeah, it was okay. I swear there's a freaking not a pop song, but there's a song that plays in this, and I can't remember what song it is.
The one I'm recalling is Memory from Cats.
That, you know what? That was great.
Yeah.
But it's like the song that plays in the trailer. I swear that it's also in the movie, but I can't remember what scene. What's the name of this song? 1 second. Come on, Spotify, hurry up. Where the hell is it?
Yep, beats the hell out of me.
Sorry, it's here somewhere. Okay, maybe I don't. Damn. Okay, okay, I can't remember it because it's not showing on my playlist, and I thought it did. Oh, Intergalactic. There it is. That's the name.
Oh, okay.
By the Beastie Boys.
Right.
So like there was that, which that was cool. It was barely played though. It was only played for like a couple seconds, like super fast. There was that, the freaking Memory from Cats. That was freaking great. That's definitely the standout when it comes to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
But I think everything else, like, it made sense. It flowed with the movie. It's a classic, Marvel soundtrack. It's no like Avengers soundtrack. You don't get that classic, like, you don't get anything like the Avengers theme that like shit goes freaking hard.
Yeah.
But I feel when it comes to, just Marvel movies, soundtrack's it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Personally, I think I'm sitting around, if we did half points, I'd probably be like a 7.4. I'm like not quite at a 7.5. So like I could give you an 8 if you really wanted to.
I'm honestly at a 7 personally.
Okay. Yeah. So that's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite feel like it's earned an 8.
Yeah,
it's walking that line. It is walking a real fine line.
Yes.
But it's just not there yet.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, next up, moving on to costumes. We had some freaking good shit with this one.
We did. When yes. I remember I was not the biggest fan of them changing her costume when they first showed it. But you still get the original costume in the movie, and when they go on the singing planet, and the king of the planet basically gives them their new outfits. I freaking loved it. I think it looks fantastic on Kamala. It sucks that she doesn't wear a mask anymore, but you know what? It makes sense.
This is just because it was Space Mission.
Yeah, okay.
I'm hoping that down the line she does.
That's fair. And honestly, it just matched better with Monica and Carol, so it worked. Made more sense. I freaking loved hers. Hers was great. Monica's so she at the beginning she's wearing what's the name of the
sword.
She's wearing like a black and white not spacesuit, but
dude, those sword uniforms were bitching.
They were, and I like that her final outfit is basically just a take on that. It's the same colors, but then you have like the the Marvel's logo. Is that what's in between her chest, or what would you call that emblem?
I would dare say that almost looks like Carol's original logo.
I dig.
Yeah, I dig it too.
Yeah. So yeah, the fact that they just took those colors and just ran with it and updated it, freaking looked badass. I loved it. It's simplistic, but it looked great. And then I
liked how she they had that homage to her original suit where it had the weird cape flap things, and then she's just like, is this too much? This is too much, and ripped them off.
That was great. Then Captain Marvel's was fantastic. I don't think that there's been one Captain Marvel costume in the MCU that I did not like. I think they've all been great, and this one especially freaking knocked it out of the park.
I am actually going to disagree with you on that.
Okay.
The design, love it.
Okay.
Love it, love it, love it. I wish that they would have used brighter colors.
Okay, that's fair. I get where you're coming from with that.
This feels very dark.
Yeah.
Especially for it's just in contrast to Kamala and Monica's outfit, because theirs is very bright and vibrant, and then hers it's just dark. Even
it's extremely muted.
Yeah. Which I'm all for. If you want to go muted, but it's mute everyone then.
Yeah, exactly.
But these other colors, they're so vibrant. It kind of makes her kind of disappear into the background.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, overall, the design of the suit was awesome. So I'm all for that. And yeah, Kamala's suit definitely grew on me, and the reasoning behind her getting a new suit made sense to me.
Yeah,
I am kind of hoping that later down the line they revert back to her original design.
That's fair.
But yeah, I very much enjoy these other outfits. And gosh, I think I don't know if this cracked 10 for me though.
Same. I'm at a 9 personally.
That's actually exactly where I was at too.
Hell yeah. Because honestly, even though I really like her final outfit with Captain Marvel, I gotta agree with you. It doesn't really fit well with the other two's outfits because it's so muted.
Yeah. I almost kind of want to go in and like Photoshop like this outfit of hers just to see what it would look like brighter, because I feel like my opinions might change if it does look like shit.
Fair enough.
But I also don't think that it would. Like, something on there needs to be brighter.
Yeah. That's fair.
But it's just like, how in the world do you go, like, dude, the freaking dress that she was into during the dance with the prince, that was freaking stunning.
Yeah, that was super cool. That looked awesome.
Yeah, I love that dress, like way more than I probably should have, because I was just like, damn. And not because of her, because of the damn suit or the dress.
Caleb,
well, I mean, it's kind of both, but still, pretty loved it. I love. I made it weird.
Just a little bit.
I know I made it weird.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, the suit or the dress was freaking fantastic. So I'm like, why didn't you just go with those colors?
Yeah, touche.
Like they proved that it looked good. Like that, the bright vibrancy, and it's the same with her other suit. Like, she was wearing something that was like her. I wouldn't say OG, but just the cut off sleeves suit. Like, that looked good.
Yeah, it did.
And it was a lot more vibrant than this was.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go like crazy, like super bright blue or bright red or even bright gold, but just brighten it up a little bit. I mean, come on.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Last up, we got personal score.
All right. Who's going first?
Let's hear yours first.
Okay. Overall, I think this was a really good sequel. Better than the first. I feel that the dynamic between Carol, Monica, and Kamala was fantastic. These three ladies killed it with their chemistry. One of the funniest Marvel movies I've seen in quite a long time. The story was good. The characters were good. The acting was good. If anything brings it down, and it's not the actress's fault. It's just the way that she's portrayed. It's the villain. I do wish that Dar-Benn could have gotten not more to do, but just I guess more. What's the word? Shit, I don't know what word I'm going for. I just wanted more from the villain. But not a bad villain. Not a bad villain. Dar-Benn is one of the better villains I've seen from the MCU, in the last little while. She was good.
I think the issue with her is like she was a well-written antagonist with no personality.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. Yeah. I had a good time. Oh shit. Freaking rip my headphones out. Bug, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Had a really good time with the sequel. Hope to see these three ladies in the MCU soon once again. So yeah. So I think personally I am going to be at an 89.
There's going to be a wild difference between us. I did very much have a good time watching this film. But I'm with you. The villain was just very much on the bland side. It took me a minute to recognize how well her motivations were written, because I was just like, I could care less about this villain, but I was like, okay, like really giving it some thought. She was decent. Well, like the motivations were solid, and it's hard to complain about.
Yeah.
But it's just the personality wasn't there. Like it brings me back to like thinking about Loki. Loki was just more like he was after something. He was after a throne, after just growing up in his brother's shadow, but in the end, he was he was a charming character. So it's like it's super hard to like complain about him, even though like I feel his motivations were maybe even weaker than Darben's motivations, but she didn't have the personality to back up the writing about her, and I think that's really unfortunate.
Yeah,
but I did very much love the leading ladies here. I thought they did an incredible job. I found them really fun to watch, but I see myself re-exploring this, not just for the chemistry between them, and not necessarily because this is a good. I won't say it's not good. It's a very average superhero film.
that's fair.
Yeah, so I'm personally sitting at like an 83.
Damn, yeah, that really is a huge difference. Man, was I too nice?
I wouldn't say you were too nice. I do think, like, especially like talking it out, I do think you like this film a lot more than I did.
Just like everything that you said about the villain, like I don't know if I really want to be. You know what? I know I always do this.
You son of a bitch.
I don't care. All right, I'm dropping it just a little bit. I'll be at an 87. I'm sorry, okay? I'm easily persuaded.
Alrighty. Well, with that, going through our scores, starting off with story, we started off at a very sturdy 86. We took a little bit of a dive, sitting at an 84 when it came to writing. 89 got a pretty decent bump, jumping up to an 89. The character development was the absolute weak point of this film, and it ended up being at a 69. Effects came and did a decent bump, sitting at an 83. Music ended up scoring a 7 out of 10. The costumes ended up scoring a 9 out of 10. And then our personal score with Rose's change ended up averaging to an 85.
Damn rude. It's Rose's change. God, rude much.
Yeah. So with that, the final All Bros letter grade for the Marvels has come out to a B.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it barely got a B.
Ah, damn.
So our cutoff for a B is 83, right?
Yeah.
This got an 83.25.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, that barely made it.
So it was a quarter of a percentage away from being in the B- range.
Holy shit.
So yeah, definitely one of our weaker of like MCU films.
Yeah.
Here, let me pull up the B's real quick. Jeez, I do have to pull up the B- ones to do the 5 above, 5 below.
Damn.
All right, so out of all of our B movies, which have been 41, this is sitting at 39.
Okay, damn. Wow.
Yeah. So sitting at an 83.25, this puts it on the exact same level as Shazam.
The first Shazam?
The first Shazam.
I'm okay with that.
I am very much okay with that.
Yeah,
And I
okay,
absolutely
I like that a lot.
agree.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Ooh, how the hell did that happen? It ended up below Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania.
Oh, that's bullshit. I demand a recount.
Dude, I bet you it's due to character development.
Yeah, that's fair. Dude, freaking I told myself, like, after I got out of my showing, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to make sure that this ends up above Quantumania. But damn it, I failed.
Yep, it did not.
Darn.
All right. Let's see. It is also sitting below Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Okay. Okay with that.
It is below Toy Story 4.
All right.
And it is below James Gunn's The Suicide Squad.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. Going the opposite direction, it is above Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Wow. Okay.
It is above The Greatest Showman.
Okay.
It is above Gran Turismo.
Fair.
It's above Scream 6.
Okay. I can agree with that.
And it is above Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
That's a little hard for me because you know how much I love that movie.
Yeah, that I definitely do. All right. Here, let me. Okay. So just for shits and giggles, I am putting this. All right, just need to apply a filter real quick. All right, so our new official MCU ranking. This is an interesting spot.
Oh no.
So it's out of the ones that we have scored, it's our third lowest.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So like building our way up, it's below Ant-Man and the Wasp, or it's above Ant-Man and the Wasp, the first one.
Okay.
Or not the first one, the second one.
Okay.
It's above Love and Thunder.
Okay, good. Thank God.
And then it's the Marvels.
Okay.
Then Quantumania.
Okay.
Then Ragnarok. Then Age of Ultron. Then Homecoming. Then Captain Marvel.
Really? We ranked Captain Marvel that high. Wow.
Yeah. So it just goes up from there.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's just out of the ones that we've scored. So we still haven't scored phase 1 or I don't think 2 either.
No, I don't think so. The only movie we've scored in phase 2 is Guardians Volume 2.
Yep.
Oh, and Age of Ultron.
And Age of Ultron, yeah.
Wait.
Well, okay. There's some. So phase 2, there's some that we have scored, but phase 1 is completely unscored. Other than the first Avengers.
Yes.
Yeah. So we need to get on that. That's something we've been dragging our feet on. We need an official MCU ranking.
Oh, my bad. Guardians 2 is in phase 3. That's not phase 2.
Okay, cool. But yeah, we do have the Avengers is scored. That's from 1, and then Age of Ultron is from phase 2.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean we don't have that many. It's just it's Iron Man to Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, we
got to get this now.
Yeah, we just need to do it.
Yeah. Just got to try to meet up an extra day during the week.
Yeah, let's do it.
Deal.
All right, but yeah, that's where it's sitting. And I think it has a pretty decent home.
I agree. I'm sad that it didn't beat Quantumania, but you know what?
I am very bummed that it didn't beat Quantumania, but I mean, Quantumania, it's hard to argue, did have a better character development.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I want to just compare, just to see if Ant-Man and yeah, okay, so we gave that's absolutely what it was. So Quantumania had lower story, lower writing, lower acting, higher character development. The effects were pretty much the same. Music and costumes were the same, but I think our personal score was higher for Quantumania.
What?
Yep.
What the hell's wrong with us?
Beats the hell out of me.
I'm genuinely curious. What the hell is wrong with us?
I bet you that's my fault because I actually kind of enjoyed Quantumania.
I mean, I did too, but I definitely enjoyed this one a lot more.
But anyway,
yeah.
So that is where we are, where we're sitting. So unless you have anything else you would like to add,
no, I got nothing.
Yeah. So I believe that wraps up this week's episode. So if you like this episode, want to check out more of our stuff, be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are basically everywhere. We're more places than we aren't. So yeah. So be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are also on social media: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. Just search at the All Bros. You should be able to find us. You can also email us if that's the preferred way you want to get in contact with us. But feel free to hit us up if you have an episode idea, want to join us for an episode. We'd love to have anyone on to talk about whatever movie, as long as it's easy enough to find and we don't have to go like hunt it down.
And it's something that we haven't already done.
Yeah. Anything that's been on our list before is kind of, I would say, is on the off limits zone.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, you can find us at the All Bros, the All Bros channel at gmail.com. But yeah. So next week, with this being episode 299, next week is going to be episode 300, and we are not going to spoil what we're doing next week,
but it's going to be fun.
It will be very exciting, at least for us. So hopefully you guys dig it. If not, oh well.
Yeah. Hey, it's our birthday. We'll do whatever we want.
Yeah. So with that, we will catch you guys next week. And until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we'll see you guys next time. Deuces.
Bye.
The hell was that?
What the hell was that face?